Massachusetts. Cold. New England day. In the fall. I'm so fucking... Groveland Town Hall.
Hello. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
How you doing?
Good, thanks. We just came in to say hi.
Hi.
What are you up to today?
I'm working on some deed transfers.
Oh, that sounds fun. Has anyone come in and filmed here before?
No.
No?
Wow.
First?
This
We love
first
taking
time.
pictures.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Why, you
you.
got little post-it signs? You back? And I could just stand out
Well,
front.
I'm the only one here. I'm the only one that works in this office, so if I have to leave for any amount
You
of
just
time.
let us know. We'll stand out front and we'll be like, get away, she's in a meeting or something like that.
I just put my little signs up.
Thank you.
See you later.
You guys have a good day.
You too. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Thanks.
What can I do for you?
We
Not
just
much.
decided to come in and take some pictures, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Has anyone come in here taking pictures before?
Not when I was here. I'm
No?
just the assistant clerk. The clerk is on vacation today, so I'm filling in
Oh,
for
so
her.
you're the head honcho.
Well,
All right.
For a little while.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
no problem.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Yep. What the bottom is this?
This is the senior center.
Oh shit. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
How you doing? Best taking pictures.
I like your hair. Very cool. Heck of an outfit. I like that. Sweet.
You guys aren't spies or anything, right?
I am for the CIA.
We could be. Not for anyone important though. We're the eye spies with my little eyes.
What are you guys taking pictures for?
We just
Russia.
like to- yeah, Russia. No, we just like to take pictures and see what's going on. It helps us, keep track of our day.
Yeah.
It's like a daily diary on video.
Really?
Now you folks get to be a part of it,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Nice.
Mhm.
But I have some private business, so can
Yeah,
you?
go ahead. Do your private business, man.
No, I'd rather not. It's private.
Okay, go ahead. Do your business. Yeah. Groveland Council on Aging. Oh, look at this. The Constitution is right here. That's crazy. I've never seen that.
No way, dude.
No way.
What about that? What do you know about that? I got my own copy of that.
That's cool.
Let me see if I can read it.
I've never seen this.
We the people of the United States of
In
America,
order to form a more perfect
perfect union,
establish justice, ensure look at my
domestic tranquility.
provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings for ourselves and our posterity.
Wow.
How you do, Ski? Pretty good, right? Not even looking.
We the people of the United States of America form a more perfect union, establish justice,
Ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general
Wow.
welfare. Wow, I'm pretty good, huh?
Yeah, the Constitution of the
Been
United
doing this
States.
for a little bit.
Wow, really? I thought today was your first day.
That's pretty good. So now people know, like, as soon as they come into the...
Groveland, they got a Constitution. Should I leave it here?
Yeah, I think it's for the people. That's really cool. Wow, look at that. Very cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Now, I was going to tell you, if you hold it that way, it's a much better
Yeah.
picture.
Okay, thank you.
Do you work for the city?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Just the
There you go.
president.
Perfect. And you know what you're doing? You're following your rights under the U.S. Constitution.
I figured you were those guys.
Those guys? Who's those guys?
The guys that are protecting my rights.
Oh, no. I wouldn't take that honor. You did an excellent job protecting your own rights by taking our picture.
I'll touch it.
Yeah, that's all.
I really don't want to share it with the world. Okay?
Well, if you got private stuff that you know, we're gonna go to the next office anyway. So
Okay.
you do your thing.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You have a great day.
You too.
I don't want to have to have him come back another day to do it. So we're gonna.
How do you know he's not a government? How do you know he's not a government employee? I'm serious. Town accountant.
Hello. How are you today? Busy day?
Unfortunately,
What do you got going on today? Getting ready for
I'm trying to get
Halloween?
my capital improvement stuff going.
No one's here to help you with that?
No, I do it all.
One man show.
One man show.
Good for you, man. All
What's going
right.
on? How can I help you guys?
No, you're good.
All right.
We were just coming in to say hi,
Oh,
taking a
good.
look at everything.
Good.
Look at, I think this is great. You guys like the other office at a copy of the Constitution. You have the MGLs here. You guys are very up to date and observant of
I try.
our laws. Yeah.
I try.
Very
I
cool.
try and be better than average.
Well, you're doing a great job. You're doing a better than average job of being better than average.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How are
Yeah,
you
hey,
today? Oh, you have a little fridge in your office? That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that little tablet and stuff. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I used to be on the other side.
Oh, they made you lug all your stuff over here?
No, we helped, but yeah, we did a lot ourselves.
All right. Well, thanks very much.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Right here, I think I'll go with this shit. Hey, Don. Good.
How we doing? What's going on? What's up? How are you?
What goes on in this office?
This is the Board of Health's office.
Yeah. What do you guys do here?
What do we do?
Yeah.
We have been dealing with, what's going on?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well, are you filming me?
Yeah, of course. Well, there's no film in here. I'm just recording.
Yeah.
Who are you with?
I'm with him.
I'm with him.
We're together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we've been dealing a lot with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's over with.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Well,
No?
hopefully it doesn't get worse again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting into the colder months.
You think
so-
we get a stimulus check again?
What?
Think we'll get a stimulus check again?
He wants another stimulus.
I want to close down the government again.
I don't know.
Unemployment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not the Fed, so I can't.
You guys are much nicer than the feds.
I can't speak for them.
They're all hoity-toity with their suits and gold badges. I don't like them very much.
Yep.
All right. Oh, this is the surrounding towns. Boxford, West Newbury.
Haver
Okay,
Hill.
very cool. Okay, perfect. All right, well, thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you.
Have a good day.
thank you. You too.
Yep, you
Yep.
too. I'm sorry.
Inspectional service, looks like they're closed. The inspectional services is this the entrance or the other way? Oh, we're on the other side now. Okay, this is perfect. We haven't been over here yet.
He's lying. He's a government employee.
I'm me.
And I'm him.
Why are you recording?
Because I want to.
Because we're doing the same thing as he's doing. We're recording to respect our
Does he
rights.
work for the town? You don't know. You work. You work for the town?
I don't work for the town.
Oh, do you work for the state, the county?
I don't work for
What,
the town.
what do you do?
I'm retired.
Oh.
And what are you
I
doing
hope
here?
you're enjoying your
What are you doing
retirement.
here then?
I'm done interviewing.
Oh.
We don't have to answer.
Do you work for the town?
No.
Oh, your private residence.
In a government meeting room, huh?
We're not going to answer any questions because you people have not identified yourselves.
I don't have to
Do-
identify
oh, you-
myself upon reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime being committed.
Do we need like?
My gun home. Crime
Yeah.
being committed. Get real.
Well, I hope you do practice your Second Amendment right because that's
Do you work
very
for the town?
important.
So everybody doesn't work for the town.
You got the door stop in the door.
I'm gonna find out.
It's not gonna close.
No,
You're
so
welcome,
so
happy
if
to
I
help.
find out you work for the town, All right, where's the clerk's office?
Yeah,
Get the clerk over
you
here.
Go to the clerk's office. I'll meet you over there.
All right. Yeah, obviously they all work for the fucking town. Oops, swore again. Sorry, guys.
Most actually, in order for me to get any action done,
How you doing?
I have to send them
Where's the clerk's
an
office?
additional,
The clerk
um,
is 2 doors down.
I had to.
All right,
pay
can I
them
ask you a question?
the
Would you be able to
excise tax.
identify some people in a meeting room and say whether or not the
I
city or
actually
town
paid
workers?
the excise tax twice.
Come on here so I can hear you.
Oh,
Is there a meeting?
I actually. had
Oh
to
yeah,
pay them
I mean they're all saying the
twice.
citizens. So I mean, do you guys normally let 3 citizens be by themselves conducting a meeting inside whatever a conference room over there?
And they made, they
I'm not
also,
sure.
before they would
The
take
center
any
meeting
action
room
at all,
is open to the public.
they.
That one right there too. All right.
I'm not sure, you have to ask the town
Okay.
administrator. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So they do. That's Catherine Alessi.
Yeah.
She works. She's on the board of the Council of Aging.
And who's he?
I don't know who he is. So, no, oh, I'm sorry.
Hi.
That's you, young lady. We're
You work for the clerk's office, right?
No, I'm the assessor.
Can you tell me a second? Can you tell me a
I work in
second?
the blind office. You guys are those YouTube guys. Right?
Yeah. Oh, they closed all the blinds, so you can't identify them now.
This is not a office, a functioning office. This is just a
Yeah.
they're having a meeting in there.
Are they government workers? Was what I'm wondering.
Well, this is a meeting room, so they have like a conference.
So they are
table.
government workers, basically, having a meeting.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay. All right.
They're in
Thank
this
you. Thank you.
building, then
Thank you.
probably, Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
This is the bathroom.
I can't film that.
Eventually I did, but I had to pay it twice, and it took me one.
Board of Council of Aging. So I would like to get camera footage from the gentleman that's in there, and then some information from the other employees that work on the Council of Aging, because they told us they didn't work for the public, or they didn't have anything to do
Didn't have
with
to
the
answer our
public.
questions.
But I found out that they did, so I just want to get some information. So I can just fill it out and then leave it on your desk?
Absolutely.
And then I made a comment about I don't have to identify about reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime being committed, and one of the ladies said there, "Oh, gee, I left my gun at home."
Oh gosh, that's
Yeah.
awful.
I mean, it wasn't like...
Now, if I said that to a government employee, especially a cop, that may be construed as a threat to a public official. So I don't know what we call it when a government official does that to a civilian, just seeing I'm superior.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
If you want to lodge a
That's a
complaint,
felony,
you
right?
can see Rebecca
If I said that to
Oldham.
you, that'd be a felony.
So,
I have no idea.
I'm sorry, what office is
Rebecca
Rebecca
Oldham,
in?
if you go down this hall, take a left, her office is down at the very end of that hallway.
I think I
She's
just
the,
met her.
she's the town administrator,
Okay.
so she'd be able to help you with any requests you have
Then I'll
about.
fill this out and go, okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Appreciate it. What did I say her name was, Catherine?
Catherine Lessie or something like that.
Yeah, so I need to go to the town administrator's office,
Mm-hmm.
and is that it? Nope, not there. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We gotta go to Catherine Alessi's, no, that's, so, the town administrator's office.
That would be me.
That's you, okay, perfect, we're going to see you. So what I was looking for is, I don't know, I only know the names of Catherine, but there is another young lady, and a gentleman in there, and I would like to figure out if they are also on the board, because I would like to do a public records request for them.
Okay, I believe that they are all on the board. It's a personnel committee. They're looking to hire a new director.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
So they're all government employees in there.
They're appointed by the
Okay.
board for the council.
Okay, yeah, they told us they were private citizens just having a small meeting,
So
so.
having a powwow.
Then could you help me get the name of the gentleman that's in there and the other 2 people so I can properly fill out this records request for
Yep,
them?
I can write it down for you right
Oh,
now.
that would be great, thank you so much. I just, so specifically to make it easier, he was taking some pictures of us, which is fine. But, you know, we thought he was in a citizen's capacity where he has the, you know, where his information would be kept private, but since he's acting in an official capacity, I would like to get the pictures from his phone. So this, I guess, is like a cease and desist for destruction of any property under the protection of the Freedom of Information Act laws, to not destroy any of the footage that he took. And then I would just like to get the personnel records and contracts for the other 2 young ladies. And I believe the woman made a comment to him.
I take it personal because
about a gun.
yeah. So she asked me who I was, and I said on a reasonable articulable suspicion, if there's a crime being committed, I don't have to identify. Doing my Fifth Amendment rights. So she says, "Oh, gee, I left my gun at home." Now I take this quite personal because if I said that to her or a government employee, especially a cop, or that'd be construed as a felony, and which such would be convicted of as a felony. So she said that to a
She didn't
civilian.
say, like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but I mean,
shoot. But like, if someone's like, oh, I'm just taking pictures. I really don't want to have to identify. I don't have to. And then she says, well, it's too bad I left my gun at home. I think it's.
yeah. I mean, if I said
maybe
that,
an inference thing. I don't know.
Of course, definitely not appropriate.
I think the more so the issue is like just if there's members in the public in here, like I found this in one of your offices, and it's copies of the U.S. Constitution, which I've never seen before. But then to have city officials or people that work within a public capacity, lying to people, lying to the public. No, we have nothing to do with the town. We're just private citizens having a meeting. I think it's an injustice, and it's an offense to the people who drafted their names on these documents.
Understood. I'm just trying to look up that last name for you. One more second.
And I'll go over to the clerk's office so I'm out of your way. And you're the town administrator?
Yes, I am.
Very nice to meet you.
You as well, thank you.
this is the town manager.
I'm sorry?
This is the town manager.
Town administrator.
Oh wow.
Very, very nice.
So it's different terms they use, right?
Yeah, some town manager, town administrator.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Oh.
you very much.
You're one of the nicest ones. We're one of the nicer ones we met.
Okay, so I'm gonna go fill this out, and then
Okay.
would I give it to the town clerk, or would you want?
Yeah, so she's where you file all of your
Right.
freedom of information requests, go through the
Okay.
town clerk. So you just fill that out and give it to the assistant clerk, and then they have, I believe it's either 10 or 30 days in order to respond with all of the relevant information.
They have 9 days to respond if they need more time or not, and then they have another month. So could you do me a favor? I'm gonna go fill this out, drop this off. Could you please let Larry know that we passed along an official notice of cease and desist and destruction of property?
Of course.
So just that way he doesn't go and delete it, because right now all I want is the picture, and then I'll be on my way. But then if he removes it after he's been notified, that's public property. It's in direct violation of FOIA laws, as you know. I don't want it to be like a bigger issue just to avoid getting a picture or a video.
Understood. I'll let him know.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
You're very
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Yep.
So that's Larry, Marie, and Catherine. So now we
Oh, you're
can,
laughing.
that they do work
I gotta edit
for
that out now.
the city. I don't have to edit that out. They're public officials. It's Larry.
No, I have to edit out me laughing.
Oh, Larry, Marie, and Catherine, who like.
You know why? You know why I said that about the threat thing? Because that's what I'm on probation for.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Yeah, yeah. So
Alright, guys,
they
I'm
can
just
get
gonna
away
fill
with
this
it.
out. Hold on. So I am just going to fill this out for a moment. I have the names that I needed, and then I will be out of your hair.
Are you recording? You
No, I paused. Photographs from Larry McElhenney's phone that he took while in public capacity, and the personnel records and contracts for Catherine Alessi and Marie Waller. Sometimes, depending which town, their personnel records or they have their actual contracts, so I just included both, so if it wasn't one, it would be the other.
Okay.
And then good citizen, and then there's my email address.
How do I request a discipline on somebody?
It'll be in their personnel records.
Well, you,
I want to request her to be disciplined.
I think that would be through Rebecca.
Oh, okay. So I have to
Oh,
go back to her.
we'll get this submitted.
Yeah,
And then we can
complaint.
follow up with them.
Okay.
Or you can stop by there when we leave. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the AFA crew at gmail.com.
EAFAcrew@gmail. Okay. Did
Yeah.
you want to leave a phone number? No.
No, that's fine.
Alright.
So I guess 9 days, you'll let me know if you need more time, or you'll get me whatever records you have. And then I'll keep this just so we have it for reference.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Have
All
a
right,
great
guys, so we
day.
just filled out our records request. Did you want to stop by and ask if they'll be
Disciplined? Yeah.
disciplined? Okay.
Yeah.
So I know Nahum has some follow-up business with the town administrator. So we did get request their personnel records.
Yeah.
But if you would like to know if there will be any discipline for this.
Well, the way the lady talked to me because of the situation that I'm under, so I don't think it's right that I was
mean,
accused. You know.
It's good for the goose. It should be
Yeah.
good for the gander, right?
All right, sorry again. Is she gonna be disciplined for talking like that about a GUN?
Definitely will be speaking to somebody if they're using that type of
Okay.
terminology.
All right. Because like he said, I don't know if it's a threat, but it's the way it's brought up. You know, I'm a
Well, I
citizen.
mean, it's not like a direct threat where she's like, I'm gonna go shoot you or anything like that. But I think like the inference of it, that's pretty unprofessional. And then the fact that we have people that are in a capacity where they're actually hiring somebody else to work for the town. So it's really not a great look
Yeah.
They did, and we asked each one of them individually, do you work for the city? Are you contracted? He asked them, do you work for a state, local? Oh, there's Catherine. Catherine, you told us that you didn't work for the city, that you weren't a public employee. Well, but you are, Catherine, and so is Marie and Larry.
We don't work for them.
You're contracted on the board,
We're
right?
volunteers.
Right, but it's still,
It's not
we're still in public
Are you coming into the
capacity.
meeting?
Yeah, I will be there in a second.
So we're just getting your, well, tell Larry when you see him not to delete his phone footage, I need that. Thank you.
I think there's just some misunderstanding
Yeah.
of their role in terms of what it is. And
Anything?
Security, maybe to take care of your friend and her language and the reference to firearms and lying.
Security you can call?
Oh,
We should be
security
all set.
for a camera?
You sure?
Look at that, it's the Constitution, it's in your office, and you wanna call security for us exhibiting our First Amendment rights?
You're impeding business. is
We're
what you're
impeding
doing.
business, well, we're conducting business, but I'm not sure how we could impede business, you lied and said you had no business.
I think it really is just a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But in terms of them referencing anything about a gun, obviously that's not exactly appropriate professional or types of,
Would you like to see it? I can
terminology.
show you real quick.
Sure, if you wanna show me.
I'll just stop for 1 second. Yeah, just so you can have an idea, and of course I couldn't have edited this because
You were here right there.
I was just.
You want me to get a shot of you or no?
I'm just trying to fast forward to, Finder. Okay. Oops. You go to the clerk's office. I'll meet you over there.
Real.
What?
Government. I don't work.
I'm me.
And I'm him.
Why are you
Ready?
recording?
Because I want to.
Because we're doing the same thing as he's doing. We're recording to respect our
Does he work
rights.
for the town? You don't know. You work.
Why
You work for the town?
I don't work for
No, he doesn't
You work for the state, the county?
I don't work for the town.
What do you do?
I'm retired.
Oh,
What do
I hope you're enjoying your
What are you doing
retirement.
here then?
I'm done interviewing. Right,
Oh.
you know, we don't have to answer.
Do you work for the town?
Oh, you're private residence.
In a government meeting room, huh?
You're not going to answer any questions because people have not identified themselves.
I don't have
So,
that.
wait, oh, we-
But upon reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime being committed.
Do we need like?
My death mark.
Yeah.
See?
Real.
I left my
Well, I
gun
hope
home.
you
do practice your Second Amendment right because.
Understood. And we will definitely have a conversation to discuss that further. I do think that there's just a misunderstanding in
Yeah.
terms of an appointed official and whether or not that classifies you as a special employee, but we will clarify the issue.
Okay.
No, that's understood. Like even if it's a volunteer basis, that makes things a little bit different. But I feel like if people are intelligent enough to be appointed to a board that allocates or hires other people to represent the town in some capacity, does at least know when someone says, "Are you working for the town? Are you contracted? What do you do?" Like they know that they do. They're on a board, and they just chose not to say it, which is fine. And I mean, she kind of doubled down then when she came back in here and was like, "Do we need to call security?" And I mean, obviously you did a great job at
Yeah, you really did.
because all she wanted to do was escalate. But you know, we just want to make sure we're all on the same page. But I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So you'll file that report with the clerk and then we'll get you the
Already
information.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Be good to go.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Take care.
Have a
Good
good
day.
Bye, Larry, Marie, and Catherine.
Also, Marie's the one that threatened me with a firearm.
That's crazy.
So Marie's the one. That's that's my
Go
question.
get my gun. I left my gun at home. Like, what is that? A 2A granny or something? 2A granny.
I don't have a problem with firearms. I'm just
Get
saying.
security.
I don't have problems with firearms,
Well,
buddy.
you know what,
Listen,
I'm like, you know, like,
I was
that-
charged with a threat to public official,
That, I want to know why she didn't help us out. Like,
so I want to know whether they get charged with threat to public citizen.
well, it's not really a threat. It's like a
Yeah.
inference, but still, it's. I mean, if
It's
anything, then-
It's insinuating an act of violence.
Is she really? Like that. I didn't know why she didn't know about Larry.
All right, well, I will let you go then, and, thank you, Jeff, you've been most courteous. No problem. All right, have a great day.
Hey, John.
All right, yeah,
Hey,
I'll talk about it.
don't forget your purse.
I have forgotten it already, you're too late. Okay,
Are you Maria or are you? What's your name? I'm sorry. Nisha. So Larry does work for the city.
I don't know, you have to ask him.
Well, no, he lied to us, but we figured out that Larry McKelney, Marie Waller, and Catherine Alessi all are on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just weird. He was telling us, you've never met him before?
I met him, sure.
Oh, so you knew he worked for he was on the board.
That doesn't mean he works for the town.
So he does. He's contracted. Even if it's on a volunteer basis, he's on the board that's allocated public resources. I mean, like his job, they're having a meeting right now to hire people that will be paid through the town. So they're 100% appointed. I just didn't know if that was the first time. Because I think after he said that, we figured out he was lying because his nose got a little bit bigger. And then every other time we asked him, have you worked for the town? And he told us no. His nose kept getting a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking like, oh my gosh, hopefully, we don't have, there's a fire extinguisher because this liar's pants were totally So I just want to let you know that be careful, take what he says with a grain of salt because, I mean, if he was a Disney character, he would be the Lion King.
Yeah.
He's always lying. I mean, he quite possibly could have an acute case of liabetes in which he's a stage 1 liabetic.
Could be.
Will you make sure he tells the truth from now on though?
Yes, and all of the meetings are public. You can go to any of them.
Oh, so we can go in.
But it's strange that we
They slammed the door in our face.
They slammed the door in our face.
Is
That's-
the town administrator in there?
Nope.
Well, yeah.
She should be in there. She's in charge of this.
Well, let's go sit in on the meeting.
You would want to speak with Rebecca Olson.
Oh, we already did.
Okay, we'll go back to the Rebecca. I didn't know the meeting was public. Thank you.
As far as I know, everything's
B. Blanco.
public.
Thank you.
Sure.
That's great. We get to sit on this meeting.
How do you like that, B. Blanco, John? The candy bandits here.
Well, they are discussing
What are you doing?
Excuse me?
resumes, which aren't yet public, and some of them have applied for jobs that they're not yet, want to make vocal if they're not selected, so that they don't get any repercussions in their current position. So not necessarily open to the public as it's a sub-quorum of a board, discussing personnel, resumes.
So it's not a public meeting.
It's not.
Okay. All right. We were just trying to figure out because we were at the other office. What office were we just at?
The Council on Aging?
Yeah, seniors.
She said she thought it was a public meeting. She thought so. We were just
No,
double
it's
checking.
a sub-quorum of a board, so there's only 3 members of their 7-member board, and they were formed so they could explicitly talk about people's personal
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You don't want to
resumes
get
for.
Yeah.
personal information. If I agreed to not record any personal information, including names, addresses, date of births, or positions themselves, but just oversaw the meeting, could I do that? Like, could I just go in there and film, and then I'm not gonna, I won't be recording anyone's name or personal information, just record the overall meeting process?
So I think that's protected information, again, when you're talking about people who are applying for jobs that don't necessarily want their current employer to know that they are seeking a
Well,
new
that's the
job.
interesting thing, because, I mean,
If it's part of their public meeting, you have every right to go in
well, that's
any,
what I'm saying, so
you have
they're
every right to
hiring,
go in any
they're hiring a
building.
public, they're searching through resumes and conducting public business to try and hire a public official. So for all intents and purposes, even though it might be, a sub-meeting or a subcommittee, it's still public. Like now, I'm kind enough where I would never put anyone's personal information out there, but it would be the same thing where if they're having a meeting discussing the complaints on a recent employee, and they went through that employee's personnel record, or they dismissed the employee and now the employee works
So
somewhere
that
else.
would be covered under open meeting law, and you can't release that information to the public once the matter has been closed. Until the matter has been closed, so it's protected under the open meeting law for an executive session, right?
Right,
So-
but that has some subsections to it as well, like the
Of
question
course.
comes into like, is there certain NDAs involved, what their contract is as a city employee, if it's discussing disciplinary matters,
Of
but if
course.
they're just talking about the hiring process, then that should be, there would be, and those other people that they would potentially be hiring don't work for the city, so they wouldn't be protected by any NDAs, so for all intents and purposes, that's an open forum.
When you're talking about whether or not their qualifications in order to perform, or whether or not they should be interviewed, I think it gets a little gray there. That's my only
It
thing.
could be
if
like a
you're-
question of like morality, like what someone would or be willing to, but any of the protections that they have that would be as employees are obviously not you know, they don't qualify for those protections yet. Right now, it's like if you would be hiring for any other person, whether it be if it's a city that has a mayor or they're hiring for town administrator, that's not protected information. I mean, it's certainly not a limited public forum. The only argument that could come into play is, well, maybe that's not a public forum. Maybe that's, you know, considered a limited public forum. But a limited public forum really only applies to non-administrational buildings, like maybe like libraries, stuff like that. And then certainly the only other question is like, does the First Amendment not apply? What's the time constraints on it? And there certainly wouldn't be any time constraints on the First Amendment in a public building. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm right on the money. Like, that's an open forum. Like, we could just go in there and sit for just a couple minutes and then just leave. You know, we don't plan on hanging out there all day, but at least just 2 or 3 minutes to, you know. And I can tell you that if any personal information, even though it's personal information in public, needs to be protected through the creator's privacy, but I certainly won't be releasing anyone's name. So if a name or a phone number or what have you comes up, that'll be removed. All these will get edited beforehand. But if we could just go in there and sit down for a minute or two just to kind of overview the process, I think that would be great, would be helpful.
So, I mean, you can ask them if they'd be willing to do that. But again, I know that in terms of people's privacy and whether
We'll
or
be
not
in in a
they
second,
apply.
Catherine. We're gonna come sit in on your meeting. We'll be in a second. It's public forum, so we're just gonna come hang out.
Rebecca, are you coming in?
So I don't know whether or not, so this is the First Amendment group that comes by and they make sure that you're aware that it's a public building and all of these other types of protections or public spaces. And so they're inquiring as to whether or not you can hold your meeting without being open to the public. I'm struggling just a little bit with the personnel information, but I understand where you're coming from, and I don't know what the right answer is.
Yeah, the personnel is like limited public, which is like, so for example.
You mean
like,
our meeting specifically?
Yeah, we're gonna come hang
Yeah.
out for a minute.
Well, you can't, because it's confidential information.
There is. I mean,
Rebecca, that's confidential.
in public it's confidential? Where did you,
It's personnel issues
where did you get, well, I
with
mean.
people's names. That can't be
So
public.
that's where I'm struggling with.
If they're gonna be government
we
employees,
wouldn't
how
have
they
to
not, how's that not?
necessarily, we wouldn't be.
Well, if they're
releasing
gonna be,
anyone's
they put it
name,
in
but-
public
No,
record,
they are gonna
they
be.
submitted an application to the public.
Yeah, they're not protected under any public affirmation.
Well, I'm
They're
not gonna argue with you.
What kind of jobs are they applying
Rebecca,
for?
do you want us to do it another time?
It's up to the subcommittee. I mean,
Yeah, we can do it another time.
I mean, that's good. You know, you put off a meeting that's open to the public because the public wants to attend. All right, well.
Bye, Larry. Bye, Catherine. Bye, Marie.
I think you said it could be because you're in an executive session and the executive session privileges apply because the executive session was called in order to discuss this. So I can understand that.
And I think, you know, you can always move for city ordinances too. I mean, like if you have a city attorney, do you have a city attorney?
Well, we have, we contract with KP Law.
Okay, so if you, they're not bad, if you contact them and get some clarification, because, I mean, it's all a battle of legalese at this point, because I can get my privately retained attorney to write a letter and draft it right now and state that, you know, there's nothing protected through that meeting. The only question comes in is privacy, to protect privacy is due to the creator, right? So if I came in here and there's personal information, I pan my camera up so I don't get people's information. And I got it on film, the duty is within you to create that privacy, not myself, so I've done nothing wrong. So then the question that comes into play is, well, for them to create that privacy, how do they?
Government stalls, huh? Because of the First Amendment?
What?
Government stalls because of the First Amendment? I'm gonna shut down public meetings to the public?
We'll leave this, see you later.
So you are a government employee, huh?
I'm not an employee.
Yeah, that's what it said. You're contracted volunteer, right?
I'm not an employee.
Well, you're doing a public board, right?
I'm not an employee.
You're trying to decide whether somebody's gonna be hired for the city or not, right? So, yes, you are a government employee. I gotta let you know, do not delete any footage on your phone because it is gonna be violation of federal law. So,
yours? What are you doing?
what am I doing?
Federal law.
I'm not doing any violation of federal law. I'm practicing my First Amendment right.
Oh, maybe we were too.
No, you weren't practicing your First Amendment right. You were practicing as my public officials in your official capacity.
Not public officials.
Oh, you're not? So you're not part of a board that's hired by the city, by the town? Okay. All right, Larry, do not delete that footage. Do not want to see you get a federal offense. Wait, I couldn't hear you, sir. What'd you say? Are you scared? I wouldn't be, but I mean, if you're gonna delete it, I would be. Totally fucking retards. I'm gonna get the license plates. Let's go follow Larry.
I would leave Darren alone, buddy.
Fuck Darren.
Let Darren go.
All right, guys. And Groveland fucking town hall. Out there